Good day, my name is M Mavuso, a senior lecturer in the Department of Psychology of Education. Today I'll be talking to you about coping emotionally in an ODeL context. As human beings, we are both social as well as emotional. We thrive when we socially connect with other people. Our emotions are important, and they influence various aspects of our lives, such as how we learn. Emotions are generally influenced by our thoughts in reaction to specific circumstances at a particular time. For example, under the COVID-19 conditions, we tend to feel uncertain, tense, sad, worried, and to some extent irrational, yet we can also feel hopeful. Therefore, our reactions to circumstances determine how we cope. The starting point of positive coping. It's important that we learn certain specific habits, such as be proactive, begin with an end in mind, put first things first. Then we also need to learn self-directedness skills, such as time management, study load, decision making. It's also important that we learn to know who we are as students in terms of best time for study, preferred learning styles, and finally, balancing our life. In which sense? In a sense of being a student, whether we're employed, and family and social aspects. Unpacking their habits. The first one is be proactive. In essence, it involves taking responsibility for your studies, choosing what is important to you, not blaming others for your action, striving to go beyond your circumstances, seeking help or support at the right time. Habit 2 says begin with an end in mind, and it entails envisioning in your mind what you cannot at present see with your eyes. Understanding that all things are created twice. There is a mental, first creation, and the physical, which is second. Therefore, make conscious effort to visualize who you are and what you want to achieve. The basic would be to achieve in all modules, and finally completing your qualifications and move on. Regarding habit 3, it means you need to put first things first. In essence, it's important that you know what to do in each quadrant. For example, the first quadrant, which is the urgent and important. In that quadrant, you need to do. In the second quadrant, you may find that there's not urgent but important. Therefore, you need to plan for such activities. And in quadrant 3, it deals with the urgent but not important. Delegate such activities. And the last one is not urgent and not important. So you need to eliminate those. Regarding self-directedness, it means you really know who you are. You can motivate yourself, and you can monitor yourself, and you can manage yourself. What is important there in self-directed learning? It means you are able to take decisions that will enhance your learning, and at the end you realize that you can cope. Knowing who you are has to do with things like best time of study. Sometimes you are a person that learns best in the morning, sometimes at night, or at daytime. So it's important to decide what time suits you best. And then regarding learning styles, you are different as a student. You might find that you learn best visually or verbally, or sequential or global, or you are a sensing or intuitive learner, or active and reflective learner. Of importance is also understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and knowing how do you deal with such strengths, how do you deal with pressure in such situations, because we know that being a student, you need to be able to cope. In conclusion, you need to learn that it's possible that you can hope. And as you hope, you get a sense of energy to persevere towards your goal through proactive planning and efficacy by believing that in your own ability to produce positive results and achieve self-defined goals. And of importance is being resilient, where you take a positive way of coping even when it seems there are no solutions to negative solutions. And the last one being optimistic, or we can summarize it as being optimism. Being and remaining positive about the likelihood of personal success now and in the future. Thank you.